Welcome. My name is Heather Foster. I am the training class supervisor here for class 1012. I know, pretty amazing. You guys know what Do you guys know what 1012 means? Yeah, it's our 1012th class here on the California campus. So that's pretty amazing. Well, I want to thank you guys all for being here. For those of you that are joining us virtually and for those that are joining us in person, we're so happy that you could be here to celebrate all the things that we have to celebrate today. We are live streaming from the California campus, and we want to welcome you and I'm not sure if this is your first graduation, your 30th graduation, but we're just so happy to have all of you here, like I said, both in person and virtually. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Well, we have so much to celebrate today. We are celebrating the presentation of one breeder dog. We have 2 canine buddy partnerships that we're celebrating, as well as 4 guide dog teams. In addition to celebrating these amazing partnerships, we're also here to applaud the generosity of those who have made this all happen today. First, I want to thank our puppy raisers. Yeah. Thank you for helping us prepare these special dogs that are here. Some of them are representing in front of us as, guide dogs, breeder, canine buddies, and we really couldn't do that without you. It's so important to get the foundational skills that you guys all provide to our dogs so we can, do our part. So it just really shows all the dedication and work that you put into each of these dogs, and we look forward to hearing from some of our raisers today. So next I want to thank our donors. We want to thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support to our alumni at no cost to them. We don't receive any government funding, and we're so thankful for your support. We have a few sponsorships here today that I want to acknowledge. I'd like to thank Deborah, Irva, and Margaret Neff. And that's for their lifetime sponsorship of Erica Wolf and Irva. And I just want to say Irva is right here sitting in front of me here in the pink, and that is the namesake of Erica's dog, Irva. So very, very special. We're so glad you could be here, Irva. I also want to thank Dale and Carol Sina for the sponsorship of the harness of Erica and Irva. As well as Lillian Tremoroli for her generous sponsorship of harnesses throughout the year 2024. So that's amazing. Thank you for giving all of our supporters a hand. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our volunteers and employees. Thank you for all the support that you do for our mission. Whether you help with working our dogs, in administration, or directly with our clients, we are so grateful for all that you do. We really, rely so much on not just our employees and staff, but of our volunteers. We have amazing dog walkers. We have incredible foster care providers that even do what we call commuter foster care. So they basically drive them in Monday through Friday, drop them off at 7, pick them up at 4, and then they get to stay in their homes. So we're so appreciative of all of our volunteers that we do. I also want to acknowledge our CWTTs, our canine welfare technicians, our nursing staff. We have development representatives here. We have representatives from breeding. And facilities, I just want to say thank you. It really does take a village for us to do this together. I want to share a short video about our mission, and it's called We Are GDB. And this video is auto-described, and in addition to the narrator, you will also hear a second voice describing the scenes in the video. This inclusive features ensures that everybody can access and enjoy the video. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start that. Enjoy.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program,
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
the struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
Thank you. I love this video because it's such a wonderful representation of our three core programs here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Our guide dog clients, our Canine Buddy clients, as well as our OMI program and clients. So I just love, it's just such a fantastic video. All right, moving on, I am going to introduce our class of guide dog instructional team. First, we have apprentice instructor Alex Bednar. Qualified instructor Christina Cherry. And senior instructor Gina Paolini. I also want to invite up Becky Miller, who is our Canine Buddy Program Specialist. And I will be passing the mic on to Lauren Holtz, who is our breeding manager. We can thank her for all these beautiful dogs in front of you.
Thanks so much. Hi, everyone, and welcome. We're so glad that you are with us today. There are so many wonderful faces in the audience, and to everyone at home, welcome. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you to one of our new breeding dogs. Breeding dogs here at Guide Dogs for the Blind, our breeding department, we breed Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and Lab Golden Crosses, all that are specially selected because of their excellent temperament, health traits, intelligence, all in the hopes of helping us create guide dogs and canine buddies. Once a dog is selected for the breeding colony, they are placed into a carefully screened, loving home, of which there are many breeder custodians in the audience today. Some here because of our new breeder that we are graduating today, and some just in support. And there is also, we've shouted her out, but Miss Irva has a fun story that I'm assuming we'll get to, but she also had a breeder custodian. So I want to shout out them as well today. So again, once a breeder dog is selected, they're placed into a home within a 50-mile radius of our campus here in San Rafael. And they love and care for them, and then when we need them for reproductive purposes, they come back to campus. So today I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Chai, who is one of our new additions to the breeding colony. Chai is a yellow Labrador Retriever, and she was raised by Annie Martin of Oakley, California, Jennifer Boyce of Martinez, California, and her breeder custodian is Shannon Webb. Oh, and Jennifer. Come on.
My first.
Yes.
Go ahead. This is our second breeder. We had Addie, who is our first breeder. She passed 3 years ago, and we felt it was time to have another breeder again. And Chai just happened to pop into our lives probably when she was a baby, actually. We met her. Annie and I were in the same club for many years. We were in the same club for many years. So we met Chai as a baby at her parents' house. And I was actually ecstatic when Carol said, I may have a dog for you, and her name is Chai. So that made us very happy. But thank you, Guide Dogs, for everything you guys do.
May I say anything? Well, my name is Annie Martin, and this is Jennifer Boyce, and I'm shouting her out because she doesn't want to speak, but Jennifer started Chai for me and gave her a solid foundation those first few weeks that we were able to have her. I'm a high school teacher, and my school wasn't quite out yet, so Jennifer stepped up to the plate and took her to work with her and just really gave her a great foundation so that when I got her, all I had to do was just kind of follow right in step. So she was amazing to raise, just so much fun. And I have something just short that I had actually put in her final report. It says, Chai is a fun-loving, confident pup with lots of personality. Affectionately known as Wigglebutt, she can charm the pants off anyone at any age. She is perpetually happy, loves to go to work, and was such a joy to raise. Chai was fortunate to grow up with amazing mentor dogs with her grandmother Cove, great grandmother Cove, who's here today, her grandmother Cabela, and she also has passed on her wisdom to my newest pup in training, this is really weird, but it's her aunt, Moxie, who's only 6 months old. So we've kept it in the family. I'm just so happy. Her future is so bright. She's just wonderful, and I cannot wait to see what her little chai tea latte pups are gonna look like. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, so as Annie said, you know, one of the joys of my work is that I get to think and see how everyone's connected and how our GDB family continues to grow and develop. But truly here today, Chai has lots of fans. Her mother, Willow, couldn't be here because she's with puppies in the puppy center, but Willow's breeder custodians are here. And as Annie said, so are Chai's grandmother and great-grandmother. So it really is, it takes a village, and that I'm really glad that you guys all get to see that today. And I want to thank each and every member of that village, our community, for all you do to ensure that we're able to usher in the next generation of guide dogs and canine buddies. That's what it's all about. And today is a perfect iteration of that. So it is my pleasure to welcome up Becky Miller, who will be introducing our canine buddies.
Thanks, Lauren. So the Canine Buddy program, pretty exciting. You saw in the video some highlights of one of our Canine Buddy teams. The program actually started as a youth program almost, 25 years ago. But within the last few years, we realized that there was just a strong desire and a need to open up that program to adults as well. So we're excited that the Canine Buddy program now includes adults and children ages 5 and up who have visual impairments. And we select specially socialized and prepared dogs from our guide dog stock to then go on and become companions to these clients. They don't have public access rights like a guide dog or a service dog, but they provide a gateway to be connected to the GDB community at large. And as one of our core client programs, they also are provided all of the same support that our guide dog clients are. So that includes ongoing annual follow-up and veterinary care for the life of the dog, which is really exciting. And again, we could not do that without the support of our amazing donors. So enough about the program. Let's hear from the clients themselves. Unfortunately, the Canine Buddy teams that I'm presenting couldn't be here in person, but they have passed along some notes and photos for me to share on their behalf. So first up, we have Shirley Kenny from Thousand Oaks, California, who received Desmond, a male yellow Labrador, raised by Tammy McCrary of Penn Valley, California. And on the screen, you can see a photo of Shirley and Desmond. Shirley is sitting in an armchair in her home with Desmond sitting at her feet. She's smiling and holding Desmond, who's wearing his blue Canine Buddy scarf. Shirley had this to share about Desmond. My Canine Buddy Desmond and I had an instant bond. He's calm when I need him to be, playful when I want him to be, and lovable all the time. Desmond is incredibly patient while I'm putting on his gentle leader and his buddy scarf and his leash. Our daily walks at our neighborhood park, outings to dog-friendly restaurants, camping, and day trips to the beach are some of the experiences my husband and I are enjoying with him. I am so thankful to Tammy McCrary for her heartfelt notes about Desmond, for her role as his puppy raiser, and for helping him to grow into the lovable, wonderful dog he is today. I would like to give special thanks to GDB for all of their hard work matching me with Desmond. Desmond has made such a positive impact on my life, and he truly is my best buddy. And Tammy passed along a note as well. So in this slide, you'll see some pictures of Desmond as a puppy. The photo on the left shows Desmond laying down at a bowling alley in a green puppy coat with his paw resting on a green bowling ball. And the second image shows a younger Desmond asleep on his bed using a toy, looks like a tire toy, as a pillow. And Tammy had this to say. Desmond was our 15th puppy and our grandpuppy. We raised his mom. He was such a joy to raise. He was an old soul and a puppy at the same time. Best way to describe him would be chill with a pinch of sass. He goes with the flow and adjusts accordingly. He never gets super excited about really anything unless the grandkids are visiting, and then he wouldn't leave their side. He went with us on our traveling bowling team over from Stockton to Reno, plus 2 leagues at home. He was a hit everywhere and with everyone. I've received emails from Shirley, and it is a perfect match. The love through the words in her emails is amazing. Des and Shirley are a match made in heaven. I hope the best for them both with lots of fun travels and warm cuddles. And our second team is Gary Renner of Fresno, California, who received Pacino, a male yellow lab golden cross, who was raised by a village, literally, Jane Garcia of Loomis, California, Joyce Thorgrimson of Wilton, California, Marilee and John Hare of El Dorado Hills, California, and Pat and John Baumberger of Granite Bay, California. Whew. The photos on the screen show Gary and Pacino. Gary in his home wearing a black San Francisco Giants polo shirt, and he has a big smile on his face with Pacino on his left side. The second photo is Pacino getting love from Gary's 1-year-old granddaughter. And the third is Pacino standing on the second step in the pool, wearing his black nylon leash trailing behind him. And Gary had these words to share. Pacino came into our lives on July 18th, 2 days after his 2nd birthday. We have been immeasurably blessed by this sweet boy. People comment about his beautiful coloring when we're out on our daily walks. He likes his early morning walk, and he is unbothered by his lighted collar when we walk at night. These are the things we love about Pacino. He has the greatest smile going. He doesn't sit at our feet, he sits on our feet. He can run like the wind with his long legs. He almost always brings back the ball when we play fetch. He loves to sleep on his back with his feet in the air. We found his tickle spot. He's wonderful with children. He's great with other dogs. He's a terrific swimmer. Pacino can tell time. He knows when to get up and when it's time to eat. He gives great kisses, sometimes a little early in the morning. Though Pacino has only barked a handful of times, he does yip in his dreams. I love that he curls up under my desk while I'm working from home, and his favorite snack are blueberries. We were without a dog in our lives for many years, and now that we have Pacino, we don't know how we could live without our handsome boy. We cannot thank Canine Buddies and all of the families enough that helped shape Pacino into the wonderful member of our family that he is. And Pacino's puppy raisers also sent in some photos and some words to share. So the first set of photos are Pacino wearing his Razor John's gardening hat and smiling at the camera doing some yard work. And the second photo shows Pacino standing in a wooded setting. And this note comes from Marilee Hare. Pacino, Pacino, perfect Pacino. That was the moniker we gave him. What a remarkable and precious dog. We and co-raiser Pat finished Pacino and were the last stop on his puppy raiser journey. We only had him for 5 months, but what a memorable and a special experience it was. Pacino left an indelible mark on our hearts. From the beginning of our time with him, Pacino was even-tempered, calm, and so willing to please. No dog was ever more reliable to take in public. His stunning looks always garnered much attention everywhere we went. Somewhere in his past, Pacino learned to know that if he heard the refrigerator ice maker, he should come running to hopefully score a piece of ice. He had an absolute love for vacuum cleaners. When I got our vacuum cleaner out, he would follow me from room to room as if it was his duty to make sure that we cleaned thoroughly. Pacino was bonded and loving with our retired guide and pet Tinsel. He never wanted to be more than a few inches from her. Sometimes she begrudgingly accepted his Velcro nature. Above all else, we hoped for a forever home for Pacino where he would be adored and cared for in the way he so deserves. Warm wishes to you, Gary, for a happy and bright future with Pacino. He is loved by so many. And the final slide shows 2 more pictures of baby Pacino. First is young Pacino sitting in his green puppy jacket while attending Jane's grandson's baseball game, and the second is Pacino posing for a picture with Santa with Jane's 2 grandchildren. And Jane shares, "My name is Jane, and I had the privilege of starting Pacino. He was a happy, enthusiastic, and loving pup. My grandkids loved playing and cuddling with him, in that order. In our household, he had 2 nicknames, the first being Tumbler. The reason for this was every time he was across the room and we would practice go to bed, he would run and do a flip onto his bed. The second nickname was Crab Walker because he would reach around and grab his tail in his mouth and he would proceed to walk sideways. Needless to say, he kept us entertained. He was such a good boy, but while working in his jacket, he got so many compliments on his behavior as well as how handsome he was. He was a joy to raise. Good luck, Gary and Pacino. I hope the 2 of you have a wonderful journey together." So with that, another congratulations to our Canine Buddy teams, and I'm going to pass the mic over to Gina Paolini for our guide dog presentation.
Hi, okay, I'm very proud to be presenting our graduating class of California 1012. Let's give them a hand. First, we're gonna start with Samuel Brookins III, who received Kingman, a male black Labrador Retriever. Make your way on up here, guys. Who's raised by Tammy Philbin of Soquel, California, Victoria Reynolds of Scotts Valley, California, and Art and Cheryl Anderson of Felton, California. Sam is a retired Navy corpsman. He is happily married to his wife of 28 years, and Kingman is Sam's first guide dog.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As Gina said, Kingman is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I lost my vision to the COVID shot 4 years ago. The last 4 years have been interesting, to say the least. My thanks go out to everyone who helped raise Kingman, all of his puppy raisers, Gina, who trained him, and everyone here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. When I came here, I didn't know what to expect. What I got was the assistant to the drill instructor. That's Gina, if you didn't know. She's tough but fair, and she knows what to say when she needs to say it. We also had Heather, who was our supervisor, who we nicknamed Mario Andretti. The reason we named her Mario Andretti is when we did the car drills, and when she was making the left-hand turn in front of us, she came in hot. We weren't sure we were going to be able to get out of the way, but we did. Kingman will allow me to do many things that I hadn't done before, and I'm really looking forward to taking him home. Thank you.
I'm Tammy. I had the honor of bringing Kingman home from campus, who proceeded to be one of the puppies who was the loudest all the way home. But that was it. He, from then on, was always ready to work and ready to play. And I remember coming to the first puppy meeting and everybody was, does he even do anything? And I said, he's a maniac off leash, you guys, I swear. So he has a lot of firsts. One of the firsts is he's the first black kangaroo to be a guide dog. Yeah. Then I was pleased that my village stood up and said they would finish him when I was called to take on another puppy.
Hi, I'm Victoria, and Cheryl and I finished him up, which wasn't hard to do because Kingman is kind of pretty much perfect. He's actually a little too perfect. We had to work hard to get him to not be perfect. Kingman, for me, I I started out as a babysitter, and then I would take him to my office all the time. And he was so perfect in my office that I would joke with my boss that my evaluation went down that year because he definitely did far better than I did with his attitude and work ethic. And he got along really well with the coworkers. Kingman also, it was my first dog in a really long time since I was a kid, so this means a lot to me as to have a dog graduate after all these years. And I always tell everyone Kingman always reminded me of Carson, the butler in Downton Abbey. You know, he's the one that kept everything steady. He was grounded. He made the housework, the staff work, the family work. Everyone relied on him, and he was kind. But he had a wit, and he also, before he became a butler, used to be on vaudeville in the story. It was danced and sang with the Tearful Charlies, which fits in with Kingman being Kangaroo Kingman, and having that really lovely balance of joyful play and the hard work. And it has been such a pleasure, and seeing Sam with Kingman has just made my heart, so, there aren't even words to say how proud I am of both of them. And Sam, for all the work that you've done as a veteran for this country, I really thank you for your service.
I'm Cheryl Anderson. It's my husband, Art. So Victoria and I, as she said, we finished Kingman off, and he was an absolute joy. Not that we had a lot to do. He was so perfect to begin with, but he was such an adaptable dog. I mean, he played hard, he worked hard, and he relaxed hard. Sometimes you forgot he was in the house. He would get a bone, chew on it on a bed, and I might be going about my work, and I think, oh my gosh, where's Kingman? No, he's there, sound asleep, usually right next to the stove, the wood-burning stove, because he loved the heat. If the stove wasn't on, he'd run upstairs. There's a big sliding glass door that faces the south. He'd be up there. So he was an absolute joy to finish off. Both Victoria and I and Art really enjoyed him. And we're so happy to see that, again, Guide Dogs did another perfect match as usual. He and Sam they're gonna be fabulous together. So thank you very much.
Head back to your seat. Thank you. All right. Next, we have Elaine. Jefferson City, Missouri, who received Willa, a female black Labrador Retriever, who was raised by Adrian Lau of Cupertino, California, and Gary and Liz Marshall of San Jose, California. Some of our raisers weren't able to attend today for Willa, so after Nina speaks, they have somebody that they sent to read something from Gary and Liz, so he'll be reading that for them, and then I'll have a little photo description for the photo at the end.
Hello. They always say, you know, we save the best for last. I am not the best, so I'll get through this quickly so you can meet the best. Y'all talk about, you know, Sam and Kingsman not being distracted. Meet his distraction. They lovingly look in each other's eyes and just, how are you doing? But we've been here for the last 2 weeks, and we're a bit of the class clowns. We've enjoyed it so much. But I do want to take this last opportunity to prove to Heather that I did listen this morning in class. And thank you, Heather. And I'm being sincere. She's been amazing. We've had a few hiccups, if you will, but we've made it through. I was here last year, and I got to experience the campus, and I got a call saying, you know, you ready to come for a dog? I'm like, y'all didn't learn? I was like, okay, well, if you're ready for me. So I came back, and I came in with my chaos coordinator hat, and the RAs and nurses, they got to look at me like, we remember you. And so, you know, I can't say enough about the staff here, the nurses, the RAs, they put up with us. We give them so much interesting situations to help dig us out of, you know, and Alex was my instructor this year. I don't know how she got that short straw, but she handled us flawlessly. It was such a great experience. I think somebody warned Christina because she played hooky for the first week. She was sick. She was sick for the first week, but she come in and picked up, and we had such a fantastic time. We've been so spoiled, but I'm a little afraid my husband's enjoying his peace and quiet, so I need to get back home and bring a partner in crime with me to stir things up. Thank everybody.
Hi, I'm Peter, and my wife and I, Corleen, are here to speak for Gary and Liz, who were the puppy raisers for Willow. She's really, really a special dog. But they had a personal item that came up, and we're puppy raisers. We've raised 4, Gary and Liz, I think 9. They're really incredible puppy raisers. So Gary said they received Willa at 8 months as a transfer puppy on March 23rd, 2023. She was a tiny little girl, but full of boundless energy. When Gary brought out the leash for her first walk, she was really excited. And this excitement to go out on walks happened every day she loved to go and explore places. Nothing seemed to bother her. With a lot of work, she learned how to control her excitement in all kinds of environments. Even football games at Levi Stadium never fazed her, especially if the 49ers won. Busy streets, trucks, construction equipment, nothing bothered her. The hardest thing was actually to teach her that she needed a belly rub. She didn't like being on her back, but one evening she rolled over when she was asleep at the dinner table. And that's when we jumped on the opportunity, and over time, the belly rub became just another acceptable part of her life. The things that stand out as Willow in her daily desire to learn new skills and boundless energy. She earned 2 nicknames, Willie and Willie de la Quesadilla. When she was being really silly, she got the latter. She's a very loving dog and got along with all of our home dogs that they have, and there's 3 or 4. So she was a typical household bone thief. I present to you Miss Willa.
Thank you. I wasn't going to tell them that my dog's gone to football games because I don't want my husband to make me go.
Okay. Well, it's wonderful. So thank you for having me introduce you and provide Willa for Gary and Liz. It's my pleasure.
And we have a couple of photos, I think, that they sent along as well of Willa. So, hey, that's pretty fitting, Nina. So 2 pictures. First is Willa returning from a walk in the neighborhood with her razor. And the second is Willa wearing a green costume wig and witch's hat to greet trick-or-treaters on Halloween. And in my excitement to hand the mic over to see what Nina might say, I forgot to give her little intro, which fits perfectly with this photo of Willa. So Nina, married mom of 4 and grandma of 1, enjoys kayaking, over-the-top Halloween decorations. And she says her and Willa are a spooky good team. All right, and last but not least, we have Erica Wolf of St. Louis, Missouri, who received Irva, a female black Labrador Retriever, who was raised by Carol and Dale Sarah of Clovis, California. And then we also have Irva's breeder custodians, Sarah and Leslie Smith here. Good job. Good job, everyone. I'm going to hand you the mic.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. I'm so honored to be standing before you all. Thank you so much for all the love and support and care that you've given to all our dogs here today. Irva is the dog of my dreams. She does so many wonderful things. She's an exceptional dog. She's had 2 litters and has gone through all the guide dog training. And so she's duly qualified. And I'm just so proud to be standing here with you. This day never seemed like it was going to come, but it finally has. And I just know we have so many wonderful adventures that await us at home. I believe in Irva's abilities to get me where I need to go each and every day. We have a lot of places to explore and a lot of places to see. So I'm just so thrilled that you're here, and I definitely need to thank the training team, all the supporters, the sponsors, the donors, just everyone. All of you here are key players in helping to create this opportunity, all these opportunities for guide dogs users, guide dogs for the blind. Thank you so much for coming here and spending some time with us. I can't thank you enough.
I'm Carol Sarah, and this is my husband Dale, and we had the pleasure of raising Irva. Irva is our 7th dog and our first grandbaby. We raised Josette, and Josette is breeder keepers and now retired in family. Irva and Deborah Neff are here, and that's who Irva is named for. And she's been just a sweet girl. We were just, Irva was in our household during the COVID time, and so we worked a lot at home, but she also got to go with me to Fresno State and work on campus, and she was just awesome with the students and faculty. But we were surprised when we got the call and said that Irva was going to be considered for a breeder, but she was also going to get to go through some training because there was an apprentice that could use a dog and be able to learn with Irva. So that was really, really special to hear. So she went through training. She went through 7 levels of training, and then she was placed in foster care. And then she was bred with her first litter, and that was the B litter. And many of those pups were here on campus with her when she came back this time. One of her pups graduated a few weeks ago as a breeder. She had a pup graduate as a guide, and 2 of them are now being considered for canine buddy. So we're waiting to hear. And then she got to be in the formal breeder program and with Sarah and Les, and got to live with them and be filled with love. And she got her second litter, the C litter, and she had 6 pups in the C litter. And one of them is here today, Compass and Chive. And so we just are just so proud of Irva that she's been able to adapt to all of the changes in her life and this wonderful adventure. And we're excited for all that she and Erica are going to be able to do.
And I'm Sarah, and this is my husband Les, and we had the pleasure of having Irva in our home while she had her puppies. So she came to us, and she is just so full of energy and very adaptable, as you can imagine. She took on having one litter, coming to a new home, and then being pregnant again, and then coming back for training. And she has just adjusted so well to the whole process, and we're so proud of her. And we are really excited for the life you two are going to have.
Sarah introduced me. I'm Les. We just absolutely love Irva. She came into our lives with so much energy. I fell in love with her day one when I met her. We gave her the nickname Bucking Bronco because she would just jump up and down and wag her tail. And I coach basketball, and she exhibits what I call the 3 E's: energy, effort, and enthusiasm. And she just does that to a T. So we're so proud of her. We're so happy for you, Erica. You're going to have a great life with her. And, we just wish you all the best. So thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Let's hear it for our graduating class 1012 one more time. All right, I am going to pass this microphone one more time. Christina and Alex have a short little training demonstration for us, and then Christina is going to go ahead and make some closing remarks as well.
Thank you, Gina. Good afternoon. So our last portion of today's graduation consists of a training demonstration. When dogs come into formal training, most of the skills learned in formal guide work are taught using a clicker. Anyone familiar with clicker? See some nodding heads. Oh, great, I'm glad our students are. All right, well, the clicker is a powerful tool that we use to mark a behavior that we want the dog to repeat with a crisp sound that you'll hear shortly. The clicker provides clear communication in a consistent and timely manner, which is better than just, verbally praising the dog or even sometimes just giving food alone. So to teach the dogs what the clicker means, we start by pairing the sound of the click with the food. So then the dogs that we have here, Labs and Goldens, they are highly food motivated. Once they hear that click, then they're thinking food. So we can use that to teach things like targeting curbs and pairing it with the desired behavior that we're wanting. So I'd like to introduce Alex and Bednar and one of our training dogs, who's a yellow lab up here. Her name is Estrella, and they are going to demonstrate how we use the clicker in class to teach a targeting behavior. Today's target is going to be a chair, and the method of training demonstrated is called what we call back chaining. And so we're starting at the desired target object, which is our chair here, and then going to increase slowly, link by link, backing away till we get the desired behavior. So first, Alex is going to kind of warm up Estrella with some simple hand targeting. You might be able to hear that click too. So as soon as Estrella's nose touches Alex's fist, she's clicking and giving a food reward. And then now we're going to move it close to the chair and actually on the side of the chair. There we go. Good girl. And we'll do it again. Estrella, she's very serious in the work. She's like, okay, I'm focused. Some dogs will really wiggle and wag their tail too. But her focus is all about, okay, I'm hearing the click, and then starting to kind of anticipate that behavior as well. So then now Alex and Estrella, we started at the chair. Now she's going to take a step back, and then again presenting the fist on the chair as well. Excellent. Still very enthusiastic. She's very happy. And then now she's going to take a few more steps back, and then she's actually going to pick up the handle the next time and then throw in that cue word as well. And for this case, we're going to use the word chair. Okay, chair. Good girl. And then so now we've kind of removed that hand target, but Estrella is coming up and targeting the area that she was shown originally. She's already anticipating. She's like, come on, Alex, let's get to that chair. All right, so the final goal is for the team to work from a farther distance. So now Alex and Estrella will go try to work this from all the way to the lobby doors, all the way to this chair. Do you guys think they can do it? Yes. Excellent. All right, let's see it. And so she told her chair, and she's walking with a lot of purpose. Let's give her a round of applause. Woohoo! Excellent. And then to make it purposeful for the dogs, Alex is just taking a seat there so Estrella understands why we're having her do this. Thank you very much, Alex and Estrella. This simple targeting technique that you experienced today is something that our clients can use in their home area, and a principle that we teach during training. And so then the dogs can be taught to find various locations for their client, such as bus stops, pedestrian crosswalk buttons, and much more. So let's give another round of applause for all that we had to celebrate today. Some wonderful guide dog teams. We got to see some canine buddies virtually, and also our breeder girl. So thank you everyone so much for joining us today. If you're interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anyone else who would benefit from our services, please visit our website, which is guidedogs.com, or talk with a staff member who will probably have a name tag on today. If you'd like to make a donation to support our mission and further all of these services that we provide, please text to donate by texting graduation to the number 50155. That's graduation to 50155. For our viewers at home, we hope to see you soon on campus. And for those of you in attendance, thank you so much for coming. Please join us for some refreshments in our lobby where the doors are open. And our gift shop will be located at the top of campus and is open until 3:30 this afternoon. They have an array of clothing, gifts, and some dog supplies as well. So thank you everyone for joining us, and have a wonderful afternoon. Yes, I do.